examples, we talked about a bunch of different rules. That when you're given three terms like this, where your a value or the number in front of x squared is 1, if both of these are plus, then your factors will both be plus. If you have a positive and a negative, like these, then one of your factors will be negative, and the smaller number of the two will be negative. Then we did a couple of examples where it was the opposite. We still had a positive and negative, but it was switched. Where we had a negative and then a positive. In that case, if you have a negative and then a positive, both of your factors have to be negative. And then the last examples we need to do is whatever. What happens when you have a negative and a negative? What will your factor be? So we are going to do numbers 15 and 16. Yeah. So remember that with these, you're looking for two numbers that multiply to be negative 63 and add to be negative 2. So first, let's think of some factors of 63. One and 63. 3 and 21. You're like 3 and 9 now. And I'm waiting for someone else to get back as well. What are some other factors of 63? Nine and 7. I'll put 7 and I can visit. So now of those, we need 63 to be negative. That means one of these needs to be negative. We can kind of eliminate already, no matter if we put 1 as negative or 63 as negative, if we add or subtract those together, they would not give us negative 2. Same thing with 3 and 21. So would negative 7 plus 9 give us negative 2? No. What about negative 9 and positive 7? Yes. So we can use those. So then our two factors, we have b, so this would be b in each, plus 7 minus 9. So if you have negative, negative, one of your factors is going to be negative, and the bigger number of the two will be the negative one. Do you have any questions on that before we do another one? For number 16, we need two numbers that multiply to be negative 3, but add or subtract to be negative 2. What are some factors of 3? 1 of 3, and that's it. So we're going to need one of these to be positive and one to be negative. Right. Because of the type of problems we're dealing with, the bigger number has to be negative. So our factors would then be a minus 1, I'm sorry, I wrote that backwards. I said in, but I wrote the wrong thing. A plus 1 and a minus 3. Remember, with all of these, you can always distribute it back out and see, does this work? What questions do we have about this? So I'm going to give you till about 8 to work through the remaining problems on this page. So I know we've done 1, 2, 6, 7, 10, 15, and 16. So those remaining, try those. Towards the end of class, if we have time, I'll go over that. If not, I'll go over it tomorrow. There is a survey that I have to administer to you guys so that you take, and we'll do that around 8. But work through as many of these as you can. I'll be walking around. If you have questions, let me know if you need my help.